and welcome to this week's edition of the Brock Commons Network. I'm Jacob Kingery. Our top story today comes from Lancer Park, where reporter Stephen Sommer has the rest.
We're here at Lancer Park's newest construction site, and in the trailers behind me at approximately 7:45 last Saturday, April 6th, a homicide took place. Just a few short days ago in these very trailers, Mechanicsville native John J. Robles was shot dead. Daryl N. Elmore of Hurt, Virginia is currently behind bars without bond on charges of voluntary manslaughter and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Students of Longwood's campus did not receive notification until 10:16 p.m. Saturday night via email. Some students were upset by the delay, but Police Chief Bob Beach ensured that the police force followed the standard procedures.
First of all, I have said repeatedly, I constantly tell people, we will never set that alert off. We'll test it once or maybe twice a semester, and we'll always announce that. But when that alert system goes off, it'll go off because there is a imminent, verifiable threat to the campus at that moment, okay, and the moments that follow.
Elmore's case is still under investigation, but Beach ensured that the school does look into criminal records before hiring personnel.
We have a policy. The university has a policy. I meet with all contractors prior to them coming to campus, and I give them what's expected as far as safety and security of the campus. Of course, they have their own rules for safety and security on the job site, but for safety and security on the campus, there's a memorandum I give them which talks about the fact that they must make sure that they have quality people, if you will, working for them.
A court date for Elmore is still yet to be set. From Lancer Park in Farmville, Stephen Sommer.
Thanks, Stephen. In other news, the whole College of Education and Human Services has found themselves a new dean.
Beginning July 1st, Dr. Paul Chapman will assume the responsibilities that come with the title of Dean of the College of Education and Human Services for Longwood University. Chapman comes from West Virginia University, where he was the interim associate dean of the College for Human Resources and Education. Dr. Kenneth Perkins, Vice President for Academic Affairs, said the search committee did an outstanding job in the recruitment of Dr. Chapman, and their strong support of his candidacy is a good sign that we have made the right choice. With BCN News, I'm Ashley Hodge.
In other news, Lancer Athletics filled a vacancy that Coach Gillian left after resigning a couple weeks ago. Reporter Stephen Sommer picks up.
Wednesday, April 10th at 11 p.m., Longwood University officially revealed their new men's head basketball coach, Jason G. G comes to Longwood from Cleveland State University, which during his tenure made 3 NIT berths, 1 NCAA tournament berth, and produced current Miami Heat point guard Norris Cole. G promised to bring a championship to Farmville, citing grit and tough defense as the path to get to that level of success.
We're going to play a defense, and that's what I'm about. I'm about pressure and making you feel uncomfortable. And I think it's important that we develop this mindset. I told our student athletes that visualize this. A team pulls up in their bus to Willard Hall, and as soon as they step off the bus, we're going to start guarding them. And we'll guard them to the locker room and let them change their clothes. And when they come back out, we're going to pressure them for 40 minutes.
Longwood Athletics Director Troy Austin gave his full support of G at the conference, and even said that Virginia Commonwealth coach Shaka Smart gave G the stamp of approval. Well, time will only tell. It seems as if the Lancer faithful are excited to see what G has to offer. For BCN, I'm Stephen Sommer.
Thanks, Stephen. While it might not be November, presidential elections are all the buzz here on Longwood's campus. We turn to Michelle Molino for the rest of the story.
The Student Government Association of Longwood University hosted a presidential debate for the 2 candidates Haley Vest and Queen Burrell running for the 2013-2014 school year. It has been 2 years since the SGA hosted a presidential debate due to the fact that only one candidate ran for the president position last year. Gina DeMarco, co-election chair, explained the election process.
Students, I guess about a 2-week timeline to apply for the positions. After the application period, they had to attend a mandatory meeting. This is for all candidates, where we told them the qualifications, the different parts of being the office that they're running for. It's part of the SGA Constitution that if there's more than one candidate running for president, you have to hold a debate so that the campus can get to know the candidates.
The debate consisted of 2 portions. The first included predetermined questions, followed by a Q&A session from members of the audience, allowing them to ask any additional questions about the candidates and their goals for presidency. Talking points for the candidates included leadership traits, the current issues with off-campus organizations, as well as their personal past experiences with being on SGA.
To make SGA and academics my top priority, I love my involvement with my other organizations, and they've really gotten me to where I am today. They've given me this kind of global Longwood perspective that allows me to bring a lot, hopefully, into this position. But I'm ready to make SGA and academics my number one priority.
I believe I'm a hard worker. I'm a person that's truly passionate about my work, and I feel like being SGA president, you have to be passionate about what you want. You have to actually put the time in to fulfill the duties of that position.
Voting for students continues through Friday at 5 p.m. on Collegiate Link. For the Brock Commons Network, I'm Michelle Menino. Back to you, Jacob.
Thanks, Michelle. Well, that concludes this week's edition of the Brock Commons Network. Be sure to tune in next week for more Lancer news.